This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2006 Ford F350 crew cab long bed. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. It's a Lariat, which is leather, and it's an FX4 off-road suspension, which is Rancho suspension installed at the Ford factory. This truck has 154,379 miles. It is a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in Martinez, California, which is the San Francisco Bay Area. This truck is on a salvage title, not because of collision. It is due to theft. Theft recoveries can get salvage titles. If you watch the 3-minute animated video in our ad, it'll describe to you why. But basically, it's the attorneys for the insurance companies don't want any liability for the insurance company, so they sell to us at a salvage title. We sell to you on a salvage title. That way, you kill yourself in it. Lawyers can't come back to Geico or Progressive or State Farm, who have a lot more money than Wheel Kinetics, and sue them. That's why they do it. All right. There were 4 pictures that we saved before it left California, and you'll see the pictures of it. It's basically the same truck except for this upper bumper cover. You'll see in the pictures it's all twisted on the passenger side. So we just bought a black one. We didn't paint it. We put it on here. Cosmetics are not a strong point in this truck, so there's no point in painting it. The wheels you'll see are different. It was on 4 spares. So we had a nice set of used, well, not a nice set of tires, but a nice set of wheels. Tires are about 20% tread, look a lot better than the wheels that were on it before. Anyway, we get it here, we do an inspection. This is what the inspection looks like. I got a bunch of notes from my guys. We did a fuel filter, fuel sender, front sway bar bushings, ignition. The ignition was broken when it was stolen. The driver door handle was broken when it was stolen. We have wiper blades are new. Both batteries are new. When they stole the wheels off this truck, obviously the insurance company put the spares on it to get it off the ground. They broke some wheel studs, so it has 8 new wheel studs. The interior dome light bulbs are new. Upper bumper cover I told you about. Wheels and tires are used. Also, I have this little note, some interesting notes here on performance stuff. There's no catalytic converter. If your state requires it or if you need it, we can do it for $375. That's our price. We're not making a dime. If you pay for it and you want it on before it ships out or before you drive home to your state, we can do that for you. If you're an Arizona buyer, it is mandatory. You have to have it. We will charge you $375. The EGR has an EGR delete. It also has a sinister coolant filter system, which means because there's no check engine lights on and because it's got that equipment, that there's a tune in this truck. Now the tune is pretty light, it's not a race truck, but we do not have the tuner that they plugged into it to see what the tune is. You can buy tuners that you can plug in and tune it. They're about $400 if you care. Usually I tell people when they're really turned up high and they're really running hard to get one. This one is not tuned up to where it's fast and it's doing much other than probably a tune to save fuel. I wouldn't buy one, is what I'm getting at. But just make sure that you buy the cat through us if you need to get the cat, unless you're going to do it yourself. We just like to make sure that everybody knows what they're buying, and diesel people understand what's going on. If you're not a diesel person, ask somebody why it doesn't have a cat. Ask people a lot of questions about 6.0s. We do offer the bulletproof EGR cooler and 4-door oil cooler in our ads. I wouldn't do it on this one because obviously it's been handled. Not the way we would handle it, but it's been handled. And the way they handled it is a very normal way to do it. So a little bit cheaper than the way we do it, but they did it, okay? Let's see, it's got a nice, that's a nice spare. The price of this truck is going to be indicative of the cosmetics. I mean, obviously it's not a beauty. We're not trying to make a pound of money on this thing. My brother took this thing out, probably took 60 to 80 pictures. There'll be a little device that'll allow you to zoom in on things. So cosmetics should be very, very easy to figure out. Between this video, the pictures, the description in the ad, you know what you're getting. We try to do our very best to make sure that we describe these vehicles cosmetically and mechanically. And that serves us the best, as the deal would be that the right person will buy this truck, and they'll buy it with all its faults and failings, and whether it's ugly or beautiful or whatever, if we describe it correctly, the right person will get it and everyone will be happy. All right, here's the Kelly Blue Book on it, Lariat F350, $18,452. Here is the Carfax on this truck, branded salvage due to theft. I'll show you that in just a second. So you plug in the Kelly, minus the hit for the Carfax, which is the theft salvage, and their suggested price is $17,472. Okay, let's see. It was an Oregon truck. And then still in Oregon. Getting some good service there. And it was stolen on February 17th and recovered on March 27th of 2015. And then they usually sit in a yard forever while the cops deal with it and while it goes through court. So that's why you got sometimes you'll have, we've seen cars with 5-year delays where they sit there for 5 years. This one's only maybe a year. That's not too bad. I'm going to open the hood. We're going to be looking for Ford stamps on both fenders and on both sides of the Corsa board. That'll tell you that everything's where it belongs and that things haven't been replaced in the front end. I'm also going to take off the oil cap to look for blow-by. That is excellent. Oh, bro. I just dropped the oil cap. Gotta go back to that later. Ford stamp there. Ford stamp there. Stamps where they belong. This is the Sinister coolant filter right here. Ford stamp there. New battery here. Ford stamp there. About the third time I dropped the oil cap in the last 10 trucks. Huh. The interior looks a little better than the interior, or I mean the exterior, but still got a little bit. Our detail shop, we only pay them $125. They clean it, they buff it, they do their best, but for 125 bucks, they're not going to do this. So this may or may not come off with a little bit of elbow grease and the right chemical. I would say the guy who owned this was very good mechanically and didn't care about the cosmetics, obviously. There's your, I don't know if you can see that or not. Off, on. It's hard to see that light bulb with the light behind us. Forward, back, up, down, seat up. Seat down, seat up, seat down. Seat works perfectly. This truck will be priced to sell. We don't, we know what we're sitting in. We know we're looking at a truck that's not very attractive. We know it's a good mechanical truck. Mechanically it's good. And we know exactly what this truck is worth. We've sold this truck exactly in this condition hundreds of times. A little bit of paint here. So we don't like to sit on them. This thing will be priced to sell. And right now we are selling like mad. So make sure you get your deposit in, because right now cars are going so fast that if you delay, somebody will come in and beat you to it. Down, up, down, up, down. Got pedals, power pedals down and up. Mirrors out, in, up, down, Getting windy. Out, in, up, down, tilt wheel. That works fine. All right. I better pick up the pace here. I'm running out of time. Got 15 minutes and I'm getting late here. All right. Seatbelt on. All right. Let's see. Radio. It's on 14.9. Steering controls now. Radio works fine. 6-disc changer. Turn that off. Fan up, fan down. Temp up, temp down. Choose the controls. Steering controls for the AC. Fan down and up. Temperature up, temperature down. So that all works fine. Next up. There's your rear slider. Tow haul on and off. Let's see. I'm gonna put it neutral. Go to 4 low. 4 low. We're in 4 low now. Drive and reverse. We're gonna back up and test the parking sensors here with this truck behind us. Parking sensors work. Let's see. Now we're gonna go to 4 high. Drive. Reverse. That's in 4 high. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna go back to 2-wheel drive and we'll take a drive. All right, this truck's on the salvage title. You can't get plates or insurance on the salvage title. So if you're gonna come here to drive it home, we have to take it to get inspected. We charge $200 to do that, and it must be done before you get here. We take it down there. It's about 6 in the morning till about 10 is about as good as we can do. Sometimes it's all day. That's why we charge $200 to do it. $50 is for the actual fee itself, and $150 covers one of our guys being there potentially, well, at least 4 hours up to 10 or 12 hours, depending on how busy the cops are that day. Then there's a $250 dock fee, and then there's taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. All right. So if you, basically, if you come here to pick it up and drive it home, add 2% to your state tax rate, and then add $250 dock fee and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price. Add $200 if you want us to restore the title before it leaves. I strongly suggest you do that unless you're sure you can do it yourself. Okay. Deposit $500. Like I said, get your deposit in. This thing's going to be priced to sell. Not pretty truck, but it runs great. Tires are pretty low on tread, but mechanically it's really sound. Okay, so it's $500 deposit. Once you get that deposit in, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it's for sale. Last part of the speech is the warranty speech. 154,000 miles, and it's 10 years old. It's out of warranty by Ford standards by many years and many miles. If they could have given it a 20-year, 300,000 more mile warranty, they would have. They would have sold a ton of them in a second. All right, and for a lot more money. They couldn't because they didn't know what would happen to it, and they built it. We don't know more than the people who built it. We do know an awful lot, especially on 6.0s, but you know what? We don't know what's going to happen to this tomorrow, just like Ford didn't know, okay? So there's risk involved. If you don't like risk, please go buy a brand new truck and do not buy anything from us, because there's nothing we're going to tell you. We couldn't tell you that there's one thing in our inventory that we would guarantee isn't going to break tomorrow. Nothing. Okay, that's the reality of things. We try to sell to adults who understand that and realize that they're saving a bunch of money buying from us due to the title or condition or both, and that you know, some of that money they're saving may have to go into a repair sooner or later, and it could be the day they get it. And if it is, go do it. We're not writing checks for 150,000 mile, 10-year-old trucks. Okay. So if you need that, if you need the sure thing, you got to go buy brand new. A Lariat will only cost you about $60,000 now. So go do that. All right. I'm gonna jump on it real quick here. You can feel the tune. It's not turned all the way up, but it runs pretty damn good. Anyway, pretty nice truck. Excellent mechanically. Please look at the ad. Know what you're buying. If you don't know diesel, ask somebody before you bid. Okay. Thank you.